How's it going, guys? My name is Derek with fitnessvolt.com. Today I'm being joined by a very special guest. Just hours away from the start of the 2021 World's Strongest Man, we have Canada's own JF Caron. JF, how are we doing today?
I feel very good. I receive treatment during a few days when I come here in World's Strongest Man. And it's maybe the first time I feel no pain before starting the contest.
That's great to hear. Now, I got a real quick question to ask you. You live in Quebec, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I know around this time of year, it's not so cold, but it's super rainy and kind of dreary. So how are you enjoying that 75-degree sunny weather of Sacramento?
It's too warm, but I will. I have to deal with that. I think they announce very warm weather for the week, for all the week. It will be maybe affect the performance of many athletes, but it's same weather for everyone. Then it will change nothing for me.
What do you do to adjust to that kind of thing?
But first thing is hydration. You must to keep your hands very dry in all times and put liquid grip and chalk. And it's very important also to be good prepared with a dry t-shirt to compete. To avoid the risk of mistakes and sometimes something like that. But it will be okay. I by far prefer nice weather, maybe warmer, but no hurricane like last year.
That's true. I don't think they planned for an extra day for you guys to delay things. Now, you said heading into this that you're feeling better than ever. How's your training been and your prep for this year's World's Strongest Man?
Training was very good. I trained very hard this year, and I'm more fit. Maybe I'm 10 pounds lighter this year, but power looks same, maybe better, and cardio is much better because I apologize. Just this warm weather in California in June, then maybe arrive here a little bit overweight is not a good idea. Then it's better to be fit, and I think it's a good package I bring this year in World Strongest Man.
Well, we're definitely excited to see it, especially after the way you performed last year. You came in third place, and that was your highest World's Strongest Man placing to date. How did that feel?
Oh, last year I accomplished one of the biggest goal of my career. I target this podium since many years now. Now I know it's possible. Then I want to win the title this year for sure. It will be a very hard battle. The level in strongman is going up every year. All athletes are very good prepared, very, very strong. All the best athletes in the world are there. It will be not easy. But first, I will prefer concentrate on the qualification. Then, but I know it's good even in final, and I'm confident.
Yeah, you're definitely not competing in an easy group to get through. What do you plan on doing this year differently compared to what you did last year so that you can get that first place?
Uh, it's quite simple. Don't do any mistakes. Point. Last year, the only guy doesn't make a mistake is Novikov. Tom make a mistake on the first event. He dropped the anvil. It cost him the win. I make a mistake. I pass out on the third log in the medley, and it cost me the win too. Then it's now very close between the athlete, and just one mistake change all competition. Then the most consistent athlete will win, and maybe with this warm weather, the toughest guy will win. Maybe just not the strongest.
It's definitely going to be a battle of endurance. Now, when it comes to it, we're looking at a whole bunch of different, like a different medley of events, especially that Titans turntable. That's going to be exciting to see. What are your thoughts on the events this year, and what are you looking forward to the most?
Of course, the best event for me this year will be the keg for max height and the deadlift for sure and repetition. But the Titan turnable, I think the big athlete are advantage of that, like Brian Shaw, Tom Stoltman. Those guys are over 180 kilo and very tall. It will be help for that even, but it's not enough. You must to perform in each event. Will be interesting to see who will be in final to try to break the world record on log. It will be interesting, but I think, in my opinion, Luke Stoltman will make the final, and he will be the best athlete on that event. We'll see what weight he can lift right now, but it's different than just break a world record. It's a full competition, and it's different, and it's also outside. It's not like in your gym when you train.
It's
It's
definitely a
different.
different environment.
But I think 220 kilo is possible to see here in Sacramento for that even. It will be better for me because now my shoulder is good. I injured my left shoulder last year, but now I feel absolutely no pain. Then log will be maybe. I know it's not my best event, but I can if I can place middle pack, it will be enough, and don't lose so many points. And I trained a lot of stone this year. Then I want to place me in top three also in that event. It will maybe it will be enough to win. We don't know, but first I have to qualify with a very good group of strength athletes. Each group is very strong and hard to predict. Sometimes on paper it's easy to say, but when the competition starts, sometimes it's totally different. Then I prefer take one event at a time, give my best, and see what happens.
Now, speaking of world records, you scored yourself a world record just after last year's World's Strongest Man at the Shot Classic. You hit the Hummer tire deadlift. It was just over 1,200 pounds. What did that moment feel like for you? Were you expecting to hit the world record?
No, I have no idea because I never tried this bar. It was first attempt on that, but I feel really great on the short classic. But I don't think it was my best shape for deadlift on that moment. But I pulled very big weight. I'm much stronger now, and connect deadlift people don't see again. But I saw in the yard it will be a normal high deadlift, but it's very long implement. And I apologize, maybe flexible a little bit. It will be very good for me.
Mm.
I hope win this event. Maybe I will get a free toolbox for that. I don't know. I will ask the representative.
Now, you said you injured your shoulder last year. Was it injured when you were competing at the Shot Classic?
Yes, I think I injured a little muscle behind the shoulder on the yoke. It was not on log because on log I feel absolutely nothing. I start to feel the pain after the yoke. Then after the short classic, I have problem to press with my left shoulder. This was not a problem in Bahrain because it was dumbbell and I use my right side.
Mm.
But since 3 weeks, it's full recover. Then
What
it
did
will.
you do to
I
heal it
was
up?
I was very nervous, like in April and May, because the shoulder not follow.
How'd you heal it up?
Many treatments. I think acupuncture was the best for that with needle.
Mm.
He tried to fix the right point. I get also physio chiropractic every week. I never stopped since January to receive that treatment, and now the shoulder is back in good shape because it was good thing. Because I don't think with the pain I have, I think I was not able to do the front hold.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried yesterday. It was perfect.
Well, I'm happy to hear that you got it under control and that you'll be able to compete at your best this year, especially considering at the Shot Classic, even injured, you still beat last year's strongest man, Oleksii Novikov. You came just behind Brian Shaw, but I mean, it was real close, real touch and go there between you guys. How do you see things playing out this year at the World's Strongest Man compared to the Shot Classic?
Oh, it's hard to say. It's because everybody is so close. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Then I beat Novikov in short classic, like you said. Then I know he's beatable. First, I'm confident. But with this set of event, I think Brian and Tom Stoltman will be the hardest athlete to beat because Tom started the contest with a sure win on stones,
Mm-hmm.
and in my opinion, Brian start also with a win on the keg for height. Then it's a big advantage when you start with an event like that. But you never know until the end. But I will take this competition really seriously, one event at a time, and I know I can follow the strongest guy in this lineup. And if I'm still clear from injury or stuff like that, I know I have my chance to win, and I cross my finger to don't do any mistakes and stay in good shape until the end.
I hope the best for you. Now, you at that shot classic, you hit that Hummer tire deadlift record. Do you plan on? I know you said that wasn't something you'd ever really done before. Do you plan on trying to extend that record at any point, or you just whenever you come across it, you'll give it a shot?
No, that's a goal to improve this year and shot classic the record, but it will be harder than last year because we have already the events, and this year it's 8 events, not 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the day before we have a squat for reps. Then I think, and the Hummer tire deadlift will be the first event of day 2. Then I think it will be hard to beat that number after a big day of contest and a squat for repetition. And I'm quite good on squat. Then I have to do many reps, and for sure you lose a little, maybe 20, 30 pounds less on the deadlift the day after. But anyway, we'll see what happened. But last year on 1202, I was on maximum. Trust me, I can pull more.
Gotcha. Now, somebody else is going for a world record soon. He was not able to compete this year at the World's Strongest Man, but Gabriel Pena, next month he's looking to, or maybe it's August, but he's looking to break Hafthor Bjornsson's deadlift world record. How do you think he'll be able to do when it comes to that?
Many guys want to beat this record now. I think maybe not this year, but in 2 years, I'm sure somebody will beat. Maybe many athletes. Then those guys must to split the money. But in my opinion, I prefer to focus on full contest. And in my opinion, that record is not okay. He lift 501 in this gym, but in my opinion, you must to beat record in competition. Like Zydrunas said on the log, if someone hit 230 in gym, and it's not a record.
So even though you're saying that, even though with the way things kind of went crazy last year, he was originally supposed to do it in competition, but had to do it in his gym. Even though it was sanctioned, you still don't necessarily see it as being a legitimate record. Is that what you're saying?
For me, it's not the same prestige.
Mm-hmm.
When Zydrunas has beat world record, not only the last time, but many times, what he do also?
Everything else.
He won the contest.
Mm-hmm.
He never trained for beating a record. He trained to win a competition of 4, 5, 6, or 8 events. In my opinion, you have to do this record in a full contest. Those guys now are one-trick pony. They just train for deadlift. It's why I think many guys will pull. Okay, we will do full competition and we'll see who will win. That's the difference. It's much easier to train just one event. But when you have a good result and make podium in each contest, what you need to do? You need to prepare all the events. Then you cannot focus just on one lift.
Mm.
And in my opinion, when someone beat a world record in a full contest, it's totally different situation. And maybe this log or this deadlift is not also the first event.
Right.
Example, Rono in La beat my record I did in Manchester 2017 on 400 kilo for reps. But when I did this record, first, I don't wear suit. Second, I did 7 reps and placed second on the log for reps just before. We don't have proper warm-up to do this deadlift because it was an arena show. It was very close. I lift 2 bars, 3 plates, 6 plates, and I go front to lift 400 kilo. And I did 5 repetitions. It's totally different, to lift record in the gym, and you don't need to rush. Nobody say, okay, it's your time, you need to go now. You can just warming up yourself like you want and lift. Okay, it is a strong strength achievement. But in my opinion, records are beating in competition in a full contest.
That's a fair point. Speaking of Thor, he is set to fight Eddie Hall in September. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you your thoughts on that fight. Who do you think is going to come out on top?
Eddie.
You think Eddie's going to win?
I don't think. No doubt.
How do you see it going down? Is he going to knock him out?
It's just maybe not a knockout, maybe just a referee stop. But it's long to be. I know what is boxing. Okay, I did in past, and I know Eddie have maybe 15 years of experience in boxing, and Thor just start,
Right.
and they are in two different level. It's not a street fight; it is boxing. In boxing, you cannot use your strength almost. It's just about technique. It's not a UFC fight, also like MMA. Then it's why I think Eddie is much far in front of after on this shit. But still, everybody will watch. It's the most interesting, and I think also this boxing match helps strongman sport to grow. Is the most interesting, and it's also fun to see those athletes try to improve, like Eddie train on his side, Thor does training on his side. But also I never Thor see not good in something in life. You always good performance sport. Then he try to get most technique as possible to do this fight. But I think Eddie is from behind because he boxed since long time. But it will be interesting. I will be there to watch the fight also in Las Vegas. It will be a very good evening. And the good point of that is strongman will be grow up, and people talk about strongman everywhere around the world, and it's good for all the athletes, in my opinion.
Have you seen Thor's exhibition fights at all?
Yeah.
What did you think of how he looked, especially in that last one he got? It wasn't technically a knockdown, but he did hit the canvas. He got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, but it's exhibition match. And for knowing boxing, I have a boxing club in my gym in Quebec City, but after box like beginner, okay, is very strong athlete, long levers, is 6'9", but it take years to take this technique came automatic for you, and it will be hard for him to fight against it for sure.
All right. Now, what as far as the coming week with the World's Strongest Man, and I know you said that there's a few events that you are looking forward to. What do you think is going to be your biggest hurdle to overcome this week?
The heat. It must be the hardest thing. But I have no idea. I don't expect so many things. I'm not a guy who will make overthinking.
Mm.
When I heard the whistle, I start like a machine, and that's it. I don't talk. I don't think much than that. I just visualize a little bit in my head. But it will be interesting to see also the new events. What's the setup? We never tried the Titan Turnable. Then I think everybody's a little bit nervous about that. We don't really know what it is. We still don't see the spot, the setup. We don't try. We don't see. We have no idea what it is. But it's fair for everyone.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you compete. One last question, I'll let you go. And again, thank you so much for your time. Why are you going to be the world's strongest man?
It's after a long career. I'm very passionate. I love the sport, and sometimes many people ask me why you don't stop. You do many contests in many years. I will turn 39 this month. I just love strongman. It's quite simple. I like to compete. I like to see friends also, because we're all together many times, but with the pandemic, we compete less. But it's most about the experience to come here than the result. I like the friendship in strongman, and I really like to compete. I love that. That's it. I have no more answer to do to you, but I take now. I know I'm older. I take one contest at a time, and I don't make any plan. I just keep going.
All right, JF, thank you so much for your time. Good luck this week. I hope to see you in the finals. See if you can improve on that third place.
Yes, that's the goal, my friend.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.